The house on Elm Street was quiet. Too quiet. Everyone said that's what made it so peaceful: clean-cut lawns, polite hellos, and friendly nods at the mailboxes. But for Sarah, who had just moved into the neighborhood 2 weeks ago, that silence wasn't peaceful. It was unnerving. It began with the window. The one directly facing hers in the house next door. She first noticed it one night as she was brushing her teeth. Her bathroom mirror reflected the house beside hers, a modest two-story with fading green shutters and an unkempt garden. And in the top right window, she saw a pale face. Not moving. Not blinking. Just staring. She gasped, turned around, but by the time she looked back out the window, the face was gone. She laughed it off, thinking her mind was playing tricks on her. After all, she had just moved in, was still adjusting, still unpacking boxes, still sleeping with one light on. Maybe it was just the stress. But the next night, the face was back. And it was closer to the glass. This time, she didn't look away. She stared back. The figure was motionless, its head tilted slightly to one side. The room it stood in was completely dark behind it. No light, no movement. Just a pale, expressionless face in the void. The next morning, she decided to approach the neighbor's house. She rang the bell, expecting maybe an elderly person to answer. But no one came to the door. She knocked again. Still nothing. Curious, she peeked through a side window. Dust. Cobwebs. Furniture covered in white sheets. The house was empty. She felt a chill crawl down her spine. She stepped back and looked again at the window where she had seen the figure. There was nothing there now, but the window was slightly open. Back at home, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. That night, she sat in her dark bedroom, staring at the neighbor's house. Midnight came and went. Still nothing. But at 2:13 a.m., her motion light flickered on. She rushed to the window. Her backyard was empty. But the light on the back of the neighbor's house, the one that hadn't worked since she arrived, also clicked on. And in the window, the figure returned. Except now, the face wasn't expressionless. It was smiling. Sarah stumbled back, nearly tripping over her bed. Her heart was hammering in her chest. She grabbed her phone and called the police. They came, checked the property, even unlocked the door with landlord permission. The house was still empty. No signs of forced entry. No footprints. Nothing in the room where she saw the face. They chalked it up to an overactive imagination. But Sarah knew what she saw. She didn't sleep that night. She kept the lights on and her phone charged beside her. She told herself if she saw it again, she'd record it. She'd prove she wasn't crazy. 3 nights passed with no sign of the figure. But on the 4th night, she was awoken by a sound. A soft tapping. She opened her eyes to darkness, the only light coming from the street lamp outside. Tap, tap, tap. She froze. The sound was coming from her window. With shaking hands, she pulled back the curtain. The face was there. Only now, it was on her side of the glass. She screamed and stumbled back, grabbing the phone and dialing the police with trembling fingers. But by the time they arrived, the figure was gone. Her window was locked. There were no signs of forced entry, no prints. But this time, there was something else. On the glass, in the morning light, the condensation revealed a hand. It wasn't hers. That day, she packed her things and left. She didn't care about the lease. She didn't care about the deposit. She didn't even lock the door behind her. She just drove, without looking back. Later, she would hear stories about the house next door. About a young man who once lived there, who suffered from severe agoraphobia. He watched people through his window for years, until the day he snapped and disappeared. Some say he still watches. Only now, from your window.